pre-recorded Sunday and broadcast live from the Warpgates of Auraxis. It's the only station to elude Terran censorship, Vanu doxing, and NC corporate espionage. This is RadioFreeAuraxis. I'm Captain-in-Arms for the top stories from around Auraxis for the week of May 28th to June 4th. Sports, traffic, and weather are coming up, but first, game development news. Our top story, Daybreak Games quietly updated the public test server, or PTS, on Friday, June 2nd, without any official announcement. Regular community investigator and data miner, Shackle, released his summary patch notes on Reddit for the public to access. The most talked about change was the implant updates, in particular the new infravision, which allows users to see all infantry and vehicles in infrared vision up to 125 meters, at the cost of long-range sight capabilities. Some have voiced concern the implant is further sign of implants becoming an unbalanced, pay-to-win feature. Vanu player VS Degi wrote, quote, "That split second of target acquisition is important when shooting at infantrymen, since they tend to be able to get to cover faster than vehicles," unquote. Additionally, implants have had their recycled value changed. Instead of 90 ISO 4 at Tier 2, you now receive 100 upon recycling. However, instead of 280, 1125, and 3090 ISO 4 at Tiers 3, 4, and 5 respectively, you now receive 250, 750, and 1500. In other words, you now receive less ISO 4 for recycling higher-tiered implants. Other changes include ability and item description changes, as well as minor adjustments to models, sounds, and visuals, like Hassan's Skybox. Finally, Shackle noted an update to all the PTS's locale files, indicating an impending patch for the live server. It's currently unknown why the developers were hush about the update, but speculation ranges from possible backlash mitigation due to unwelcome features, to someone just forgetting to make the announcement. Until Daybreak Games releases an official statement, if they do at all, we won't know for certain. In other news, Daybreak Games developer and YouTube personality Rel announced a revamp of The Crown, Friday, June 2nd, on his Twitter handle @RelPlays. The tweet reads, quote, "Started some work on The Crown, #Planetside2, unquote, and has attached with it 2 in-game screen caps from what we can assume is a version of the game with dev tools enabled." In the Twitter conversation under the picture, Rel made it very clear, quote, "Not too many options without a massive redesign, which is not happening, and not spending too much time on it," unquote. Rel went on to write, quote, "Planning on getting rid of the jump pads and facilitating a better flow over the base if possible. Both the bridge capture points have been moved. One is underground, one is on the eastern cliff. This is still in flux though," unquote. When Seb McBride asked, quote, "You planning on stopping tanks shelling TI from next to the double-stack building?" unquote, Rel replied, quote, "That's what was shown in the first screenshot," unquote. The Crown is one of Planetside 2's most iconic bases, but many have long avoided fighting there at all costs. Hopefully, the revamp can change that mentality. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
In a saturated playing field like Auraxis, how do noobs enter the fray without getting steamrolled by a squad of BR-120s executing a practice formation? They do it through a streamlined, highly informative tutorial that immerses the player in the wonder of an open-world sandbox. And until the education budgets get passed, players are instead forced to choose the University of Koltyr, School of Dying a Lot to Learn. We could show you colorful statistics and fancy rankings to prove why Koltyr is the best, but we don't have to. It's Auraxis' only form of universal education. We're the best by default.
I went through that opening tutorial so fast, I felt really accomplished. I really felt like I was prepared to take a tech plant all by myself. Thanks, Koltyr. I was so nervous about uni when I came to Auraxis, I didn't know what a Sunderer garage was, or how to get into a biolab. But when I saw a bunch of single-digit BRs aimlessly running around asking for help from veterans that weren't there, that's when I knew Koltyr was for me. Hey, are there fucking classes here? Am I supposed to go to just the 8 point, just go in? I've died like 5 times. Is that good? Is that bad? I don't fucking know.
Koltyr's wide array of educational opportunities include degrees in tanking, piloting, infantry play, resto medkit chemistry, new player horticulture, writing and composition, Reddit focus, outfit administration and management, leader chat broadcast communications, psychology, medicine, weapons focus, medicine, actually healing people focus, and hands down our most popular degree, Sniper Infiltrator School. Now offering full ride scholarships in Harasser Gymnastics, Galaxy Flip, Max Track and Field, and Server Smash.
Seriously, Emerald needs help with its air game. Like, if you can fly a Reaver, you're practically in.
Schedule your visit day by calling 347-486-4772. The University of Koltyr School of Dying a Lot to Learn. Because if you can make it through this tutorial, you're pretty much game for anything. Except everything. Please give us money.
This is your outfit and community news, keeping your ear to the ground in matters of Auraxian politics, events, and drama. Miller Server will hold a ground vehicle event on Thursday, June 8th, 1900 UTC, 2100 CEST. The event hosts hundreds of players from all 3 factions for an all-out ground war on the snowy fields of Esamir. The event is open doors. For more info, visit the r/Miller Planetside subreddit. Special thanks to Caroplay. Gaming writer Iridar published a guide to the combat medic, focusing heavily on the combat aspect. He dubs the playstyle the Swiss Army Knife for its versatility in both squad support and a competitive fighting unit. Iridar's gaming blog is a highly detailed, in-depth publication on the intricacies of Planetside 2, with articles that can speak to both total newbies and long-standing BR120s. For more info, visit iridar.net. Rick Derringer of the Instant Action podcast announced a contest giveaway for PS4 players.
I will be giving away, or am giving away, 2 $10 PlayStation cash card codes that I will end up emailing over to you if you are chosen as a winner. I will be running the contest for a week. It'll end next Saturday. I'll be using the Gleam system again, which gives you multiple ways to enter. And good luck to all my PlayStation 4 brethren. Again, I'm sorry that it took me so long to get a contest up for you guys.
The Instant Action Podcast, or IAP, is one of the few media outlets for PS4 players. For more info and more of IAP, visit instantactionpodcast.com. YouTube personality DRAX Gaming released a video Tuesday, May 30th, explaining PS2's complex map and how to find fights through it.
So that's it for the map screen icon and tools, but how do we use them to find a good fight? Hotspots are your main tool. When you see the orb splashing, hover over that hex with your mouse to see what the population is like. You can also use those heat maps we talked about earlier to see where the biggest concentration of enemies are. Looking in the right hand corner, we have the region details, and usually a 50-50 split will give you the best fight. Not always, but generally it does.
You can find the full video on YouTube by searching DRAX Gaming. Reddit user LS1088 published a scientific analysis on why people choose the left aircraft terminal on the Indar Warpgate to the r/Planetside subreddit on Friday, June 2nd. RFA can verify the piece really is a scientific analysis, complete with forward, abstract, introduction, analysis, result, acknowledgement, and citations. In the comments, LS1088 wrote, quote, "What the fuck am I doing with my life?" Unquote. Indeed, it is truly a mystery as to why someone would spend so much time and effort role-playing something so seemingly ridiculous as a newscast, as a scientific analysis. If you've got scoops and announcements from your outfit, send a private message on Reddit under 200 words to RadioFreeAuraxis, all one word, and enclose your in-game name, outfit, outfit tags, faction, and server. Make sure to keep up with RadioFreeAuraxis by following @RadFreeAuraxis on Twitter. That's @RadFreeAuraxis on Twitter. This is RFA with your Auraxian Sports Update, brought to you by PlanetsideBattles. PlanetsideBattles, pouring hours of free labor into something half of you are going to get salty about. Controversy in Lane Smash as a rule dispute prompts Emerald's Query is a Joke and Lemmy Smash to pull out of the tournament. The incident took place during the Saturday, June 3rd match between Cobalt C4T and Query is a Joke. According to PSB official Halo Spud, C4T pulled ESFs from the Warpgate in the first round to counter Emerald's air camp of their home base. Emerald believed an ESF pull from Warpgate to be illegal, when in fact it wasn't. In the second round, Query is a Joke made use of illegal AI maxes and air-to-air lock-ons as they, quote, spent most of their time and effort on salty yell chat, unquote. Halo Spud described the situation as, quote, a massive overreaction to something that didn't really impact the match result, unquote. The discussion on the r/PS2 Cobalt subreddit proceeded to explode in a back and forth, as well as reported arguments on TeamSpeak. When pressed for accountability on the mishap, PSB admin ReltorTR defended, quote, this event was not run directly by PSB. We were simply providing infrastructure support. The organizing team consisted of a single individual who stepped up to make Lane Smash happen when no one else would, unquote. Meanwhile, in tournament news, Hotline Bling bumps its win streak up to 3 after a victory over Devious Pesty Dynasty 3-0 on Hassan. Meanwhile, Everybody Hates Germans beat SASR 6-0 on Amerish. Next week is a bye, but tune in for the Lane Smash semifinals Saturday, June 17th, when Hotline Bling takes on Everybody Hates Germans, and Sunday, June 18th, 1400 Emerald Standard Time, when Miller Saltworks faces C4T on Amerish. Visit youtube.com/PlanetsideBattles and twitch.tv/PlanetsideBattles for live casts and past match archives, and find out how to participate in scrims and smashes on the r/PlanetsideBattles subreddit. Special thanks to the PSB team for info. And now for your up-to-the-minute Warpgate traffic report, brought to you by the Warpgate Transit Authority, WTA, getting you there instantaneously, so stop complaining. 21 seconds inbound to Indar Warpgate due to delays because it's Indar. 9 seconds inbound to Amerish Warpgate, 6 seconds inbound to Esamir Warpgate. And you're green to go into the swamps, 0.33 seconds inbound to Hassan. Be on the lookout for sudden Warpgate closures due to accidents, construction, and military conquest. And now for your continental weather update from Auraxis' official weather station, RFA. All numbers are in degrees nanites. It's shaping up to be another beautiful day on Auraxis. Currently 101 and clear skies on Indar with a high of 103 and tonight a low of 64. 92 and humid on Hassan with a high of 93 and tonight a low of 60. 72 and blue skies on Amerish with a high of 75 and a low of 70. Negative 32 and a blizzard warning effective on Esamir, high of negative 28 and a low of negative 40. Make sure to keep up with RadioFreeAuraxis by following @RadFreeAuraxis on Twitter. That's @RadFreeAuraxis on Twitter. This is Captain in Arms for RadioFreeAuraxis, wishing you a good night and a good fight. RFA is a subsidiary of the Voodoo Shipping Company, delivering fun and freedom to a video game near you since 2013. For more info, visit voodooshipping.net.